Hi Ron and Petra, hope all is well. This is a quick video to walk through the entire apartment and kind of give you a technical layout. Hopefully, as you guys kind of get acquainted with all the zones, this video will serve as like a baseline understanding of how to kind of operate in each area. And it should also give you an overview of how to reboot your overall system, the two closets that we have. So the first section of the equipment is the closet on the front side of the two apartments. So here we have all our equipment in this closet. Basically all the additional wiring that we ran comes out the top. The wiring that was pre-wired with the apartment is in these two racks. This is your internet service coming in. This is your Fios ONT. That's feeding your Eero brain, which is right there. This is your main Eero router. And then this is also your Verizon modem that is necessary for all your cable box guide functions. Keep in mind, you have your own wireless system, which is being managed by the Eeros. And then obviously the Verizon equipment is here to serve for the cable boxes and obviously the internet gateway. But overall, the most important thing that you guys need to worry about is the next device, which is the UPS. This is a battery power backup. If you look at this button right here in the middle, if you hold that down for about 10 seconds, you'll hear a single beep. Let it go. The moment you let it go, all of this equipment will be dead. Wait like 2 to 3 minutes. Same thing, hold the button, hear a beep, let it go, and then give it about 5 to 10 minutes. Everything will kind of boot up and get going. In reality, you should not really be touching any of this stuff. The only thing that you'll really touch is this thing to do a system reboot of any sort. Keep in mind, this front closet is your internet feed closet. So, if reboots are necessary, they're majority of the time going to be here because the Verizon equipment sits here. So, typically when you're rebooting something, you're really going to reboot the Verizon equipment. Excuse me. Just to kind of give you a lay of the land. So again, ONT, Eero, your Verizon router. Then we have two network switches right here, feeding all your network wiring. This is your subwoofer amp for the outside patio sub. This is the Mirror TV Sonos amp. This is the guest bedroom 2 amplifier for the speakers in the ceiling. This is a 8-channel amplifier, basically running your kitchen speaker and all your patio speakers outside. And then again, this is the UPS battery, kind of managing all the power aspect to this closet. And again, this is your main point of contact as far as rebooting the entire closet. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so we're in your kitchen area. If you basically, I'm gonna take a video of all the Sonos apps, so it'll show you all the zones. So as I walk throughout the apartment, I'm gonna flash the Sonos app and show you the Sonos zone. So just remember, you have the latest Sonos system, so you do have AirPlay available. If you go into your iPhone and let's say you're on Spotify, YouTube, and you want to play that audio, for example, in the kitchen speaker, you would open your Sonos app, or you would open your Spotify app and essentially play whatever audio you're doing, and then select kitchen, and these network speakers will show up. So every Sonos device that you have shows up on the network as a network speaker. So essentially any audio that you're doing on your device, whether it's iPad, iPhone, etc., once it's on Wi-Fi, it will see these network locations and it can stream media to it. You always have the option to go through the Sonos app. Obviously you have the Sonos app kind of set up already, you guys are used to it, but just remember, from the old house to the new, the biggest difference in the Sonos is the AirPlay. So a lot of people don't even use the app anymore because it's an instant point to point, go wherever you are and stream. But just to kind of give you an overview, we'll show you the app screenshots as we walk throughout the apartment, just to understand the AirPlay concept, and we'll also do a quick video on how to AirPlay to a zone so you have that understanding. But location-wise in the kitchen, you have a single stereo speaker here that's kind of covering the kitchen sink area. And then the only other thing really that's in the kitchen is your access point, which is basically covering the Wi-Fi for the zone. Okay, thank you. So we wanted to show you a quick demonstration of how AirPlay works in the apartment. So for example, this is an iPhone we have. We make sure the iPhone is on Wi-Fi. Just to quickly show you The Wi-Fi is called Blaylock Wi-Fi, and the password is all lowercase Campcrest for it. So make sure whoever wants to use Sonos is on Wi-Fi. And then basically I'll go to Apple Music, for example. I'll select any random song and I'll start playing holiday music. So now basically the way you do this is you click here and it will show you, if you click right here, show more, it will show you all the AirPlay zones in the entire property. So here, now just be very careful, this is an Apple device, so it's gonna show you Apple TVs in conjunction with AirPlay ready devices, AirPlay speakers. So if you look here, you see how the guest bedroom, that is a Apple TV for the guest bedroom. So you see how there's an Apple TV icon right there, whereas the following icon here is just a little speaker here. So this clearly dictates that this is a AirPlay speaker, whereas this is a Apple TV. So the difference between the two is that if you select an Apple TV here, so let's say you're watching YouTube, for example, right? And you select master bedroom Apple TV, then it's going to mirror the entire screen of the device to the Apple TV because that's a video device. So AirPlay is managing both audio and video in that scenario. In a Sonos scenario, Sonos doesn't do video, so it's only audio. So that's why you'll get only the speaker icon, because basically when you stream to that network device, it's only gonna output audio. There's no video aspect to it. So right now we're in your master bedroom. Now the master bedroom has a Apple TV, so you can see there's an Apple TV there. Then there are two speakers that are running with the Apple TV, so we show that that's a speaker zone, but master bedroom cabinet TV, only the speakers in that TV. And then if you have another master bedroom zone right here, which we're connected to, and those are the two rear speakers, right? And then you can technically group. So if I check 4 or 5 of these boxes, whatever AirPlay stream I'm playing, it's gonna output to all those. And remember, with AirPlay, as you adjust your volume, the Sonos will adjust volume accordingly. So now, basically, I've selected that, and I go ahead and hit play. And now, if I lower my volume, I kill the volume with my AirPlay. And then, again, I have full volume control. Now, the beauty of this is that I'm not using the Sonos app to operate that amp, right? I went into Apple Music. Tomorrow, this could be Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, any app function. Basically, you're searching for a network speaker. Whatever zone you are in the apartment, that's the speaker you're looking for. And the one thing, just to remind you, people get confused, hit show more, so you see all the zones. And just remember, Apple TV versus speaker, that's a video zone, that's an audio zone. So just remember those two differences when you select. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so now we're in your living room front area, basically the mirror TV zone. Just to kind of give you a layout of the zone, you have your mirror TV, you have 2 speakers, and you have your Sonos subwoofer, your rechargeable remote, your C4 remote right here. Basically, from a zone standpoint, you have living room as your Sonos zone. So if you want to AirPlay, do anything of that nature, that's your network speaker. And then at the same time, from a source standpoint, you have Apple TV and cable box on this TV. So overall, 3 sources, 1 source for audio and 2 video sources. So now I'm going to show you the C4 remote. When you pick up the remote, you want to hit watch, and then it's going to basically give you 2 options, cable and Apple TV. So let's first start with Apple TV. And basically now, once you hit that, it's going to turn the TV on and basically turn the Apple TV on. Now, just remember, in certain situations, sometimes the Apple TV, you may get a black screen here, and the Apple TV could be in deep sleep. So for example, you guys go away for 2-3 weeks and the Apple TV does not wake up on 1 click, you can simply hit the menu button on the remote, and that's like a wake up. But now basically you have all your Apple TV functions, volume functions. As you can see, the TV is doing it. Everything is managed on 1 remote. And then when you want to get out of this function, simply hit the power button and hit turn off. And now this basically TV's turned off. Let's shut the Apple TV off. Now these remotes are Wi-Fi based remotes, so basically they go on your Wi-Fi network. Through the Wi-Fi, communicate with the TV and all the devices. If the remote gives you any type of misbehavior or wonkiness, you can simply hold the power button like this, and now it'll tell you power off, restart, cancel. I typically hit restart, and it will reboot the remote, and you should be back in business. If for some reason it says cannot connect the controller, that basically means it's not on Wi-Fi. So just go through a restart activity, and the remote should connect to Wi-Fi, and you should be back in business. Okay. So just hit cancel for now, and then let's just test watch and cable box right here. So now again, TV will turn on, and you should have cable box function. There you go. Just be a little bit patient with the TV as far as like the switching and the sequencing. As you saw when we rebooted or went into watch cable, the TV took a few seconds to toggle. This TV, it takes a few minutes to turn on, and then before we can send it the signal to change the input, we need a few seconds to kind of pass by. So it is a little bit slow as far as the whole sequence of events, but just be a little bit patient in that, and it will kind of get you to where you need to go. All right, so again, this is your watch cable activity, and then same process. If I want to shut it off, hit turn off, and I'm out of the sun. Okay, and Mr. Blaylock, one other thing you mentioned, I know we wanted to put a nicer IR here. Unfortunately, this has to be controlled for compatible, and all the ones that we tried to get that are nice, we tried to get work with C4 and it did not work. So right now I'm gonna leave this here. I am still searching for a better looking eye that's compatible, but just keep in mind function wise you're fully operational, and we'll hopefully get a cleaner piece to get this little thing out of here. But overall, that's the function. And then just remember, you have a living room zone for AirPlay for your music stream. Thank you. Okay, so now we're in your guest bedroom 1 location. This is a very simple setup. Basically, you have a single TV and a Sonos soundbar. Again, really 2 functions of sources. You have audio for Sonos called guest bedroom 1, and then here you have your Apple TV. So I'm gonna turn the Apple TV on. And also, just so you know, we're using these remotes. Sometimes these remotes, they control the TV, volume and power on, power off through the HDMI cable, and it does get glitchy every now and then. So we will leave a Samsung TV remote just in case all you're really doing is just turning it on and off with that remote if this issue happens. But overall, basically you have your Apple TV, up, down, left, right, full management, and then your volume management from this remote. And then hit the power button here, and boom, this whole situation is off. Very simple zone. All right, thank you. Okay, so I'm here in your guest bedroom 2. This bedroom has 2 Sonos zones. Because we have a motorized TV cabinet due to the layout of the bedroom, there is a Sonos soundbar in the cabinet that's managing the TV itself. And then we have 2 speakers up there on the ceiling. And again, this is purely for Sonos audio. So when you go into the Sonos app, guest bedroom 2 soundbar, and guest bedroom 2, which is just the Sonos zone for the audio. From a function standpoint, TV-wise, only thing we have is Apple TV. So now here, this is our touchstone cabinet lift. We simply hit the up button. If you hit the down button, obviously that's to close it. So we'll let this thing kind of do its thing, and it automatically lifts the TV up. Okay, and now you can see the TV and soundbar. It takes a few seconds to kind of come up. And basically here now on your remote, really there's only one activity, watch, and then here we have watch Apple TV. So now here, just notice it didn't give you an option, it went straight into the activity. And then again, just hit the menu button, and now you have full navigation for your Apple TV stuff. once you're done, again, you can see the volume. And once you're done, simply hit the power button, turn off, and now this thing fully shuts off. And hit the down button, and this thing will go down. And this C4 remote sits over here in this cradle. So basically, the remote charges. Right? This is the setup for guest bedroom 2. Thank you. Hey guys, so now we're in your main, I guess, home theater room. This is where the big TV is. This is kind of like your personal family room. So basically, the setup for this room is you have the big Sony TV, you have your passive sound bar that's attached to a Sonos amp that's located behind the TV. Then we have these two speakers right here, one left rear and one right rear. And basically these are managed by another Sonos amp. So this zone is basically a Sonos zone, and these two speakers, these three speakers, and that subwoofer back there all act as one Sonos zone. And then obviously the TV is connected to the Sonos. So from a source standpoint, this is all one Sonos zone, then audio only. And then from a video standpoint, you have three sources. You have your computer, you have your Apple TV, and you have your cable box, okay? Now, since we have a computer here, from a control standpoint, we have a mouse here, obviously regular function mouse. The on-off button is this little toggle right here. Just remember, this mouse is USB-C, so it does need to be charged. If you get, no light on it, it's dead. There's a USB charger there. We'll show you the cradle, and you can charge this device. This is a wireless keyboard. Again, on off right here, and the USB charger is right there. So make sure this is charged and fully working. And then your last piece, which is the C4 remote. Again, you hit watch, and then you will essentially see three activities in the living room: cable box, Apple TV, PC. So let's first start with cable box. And now you're gonna see this thing turn on. And now I have volume control, cable box control. And also, just as a pointer, you don't have to necessarily shut it down every time if you want to switch into an activity. So here I can go to watch, hit PC for example, and now I'm in my PC activity. So notice here, this is a wireless keyboard and mouse. So now I have my keyboard and mouse. I can basically go to my Windows and do what I gotta do typing wise. The password for this computer is the word password, all lowercase. So if you do reboot the computer or something, it asks you to enter a password, just remember it's the word password. And then also, Ricky, if you wanna just come to the back, right here, I'm just gonna pull this TV out. So this is the Sonos amplifier, and this is the computer. And just in case if you have to reboot the computer, right here in this corner right here, you can see a little button right here. That's to reboot the computer. So just hold it for 10-15 seconds, wait 10 seconds, hit it again, and it should reboot the computer. So pretty much this TV is on a motion bracket. You can obviously pull it out if needed. And that's pretty much it. This is the zone for your living room. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Blaylock, I just wanted to insert this video in there. On your family room TV by the primary bedroom, you mentioned you wanted to do zooms on that computer. Obviously, the computer that you saw in the video is hooked up to the internet. You can obviously run your Zoom meetings, but I did not install a USB camera that I can simply mount on top of the big Sony TV, obviously because that would be looking into your personal space. So if you want a camera installed there, obviously for the Zoom situation, then you'll have video on your Zoom conferencing, then just let me know. It's a simple camera that just sits on top of the TV. It's USB, plugs right into the computer, but I did not install that, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So just let me know either way. Thank you. One last thing, I forgot to show you the Apple TV. So again, go to watch on the remote and hit Apple TV here, and then it will change the input on the TV here. And then again, just remember sometimes on the Apple TV you have to hit that menu button to wake it up. Give it a second, and here's your Apple TV. All right, thank you so much. So over here, basically this is the area where your remote charges. That's the cradle. And then we left this USB-C charger that you can share among the mouse and the keyboard. So just remember to shut them off, otherwise they will die battery-wise and you'll have to charge them every time. But basically, that's your keyboard and mouse. Also remember, in this area, this is the bar area. So we do have one speaker here in the Sonos zone. So technically, let's say for example, you're watching the game or something TV-wise, so all those speakers is managing that, and you want to have some basic audio, music audio, then you can run this zone separately in Sonos. And then the only other network device or IT device we have in this area is this access point. And again, this is managing the Wi-Fi from this side of the house. All right, thank you. Hey guys, so now I'm in your office zone. Basically, we have two sources here. We have the office itself as a Sonos zone, so you have two in-ceiling speakers. And then the second source is your Apple TV, which is your display here. So here we got your TV, turn your TV on, and then you can hit power on your Apple TV. And then again, just hit the back button and the Apple TV will power up. One other thing to just keep in mind is both of these newer TVs and the newer Apple TVs use rechargeable remotes. This one is a lightning plug-in, like the old Apple iPhone connector, and then this is standard USB-C. This remote for this room was completely dead, so you may have situations where you're using the remotes and you got nothing. So just remember that, double check your power, USB-C for the Samsung remotes and lightning for the Apple remotes. We walked through your entire house, you had no lightning cables. Obviously you've upgraded to the new stuff, the USB-C adapters. So luckily we had a cable. Mr. Blaylock, I took one of your USB adapters and just plugged it in here and left it on your desk. So if you need to charge these remotes, just remember that a lightning cable is needed for the Apple remotes. The charger, here is the lightning, and then here is the USB-C for the Samsungs. Okay. So again, very simple function here. You have your full Apple TV, and you can power off through here. And then these two are for this zone. All right. And the only other technology item here is your printer, which is basically running off Wi-Fi. Thank you. Hey guys, so now we're in your primary bedroom. So for this zone, we have essentially four sources. So first you have a Sonos amplifier in this cabinet with two separate speakers managing the TV. So that's one source, primary bedroom, TV. Then the secondary Sonos source is these two speakers behind your the bedside rear. Basically this is one Sonos zone, so obviously if you're watching TV separately or TV is off, you can basically have a complete separate audio stream going on from a Sonos standpoint there. The TV itself has two sources, Apple TV and cable box. So those are your two streaming sources and then two video sources. So again, two remotes, simply hit the up button, that will initiate the lift. Now in this lift, basically, once the TV is fully out, then you can essentially switch to your C4 remote, click on watch, and then again, two activities, watch Apple TV and watch cable box. So we'll stick with Apple TV first. And again, your TV goes on. And again, sometimes just remember to hit that menu button to wake up the Apple TV. And now you're in your Apple TV zone. To get out of this, hit the power button, hit turn off. Now this is out of Apple TV. And then again, hit watch, hit cable box. And this should turn the TV on for cable. There you go. All volume control is done through this remote. Pretty much standalone setup here. And then again, turn it off, hit the off. To put the lift down, take your lift button and hit the down button. And then again, you want to wait to listen for that beep. Okay, so now this is the second IT closet of the 2 apartments. So the first one was by the front by the kitchen. This is the rear closet for the second apartment. Mr. Blaylock, this is in your closet up top. Over here we have all the wiring that's coming into the closet. This is our equipment rack. This is the network switch. Again, that's managing all the connections on this apartment side. You have 5 Sonos amps here, living room, outside Sonos amp, office Sonos amp, primary bedroom Sonos amp. Remember, this is the primary bedroom Sonos amp for those speakers. And then the bar over by the family living room area, this amplifier is for that. Then also you have a APC UPS unit here. Again, same principle as the front closet. If you hold this button down, you'll hear a single beep. Let it go. The entire rack will power off, and then wait about a minute. Then again, hold it down for about 10 seconds. You'll hear a beep. Let it go. Give it 5 to 10 minutes. Just so you understand from a reboot sequence standpoint, so really the entire property has 2 closets. So if I was to say, let's reboot the system, step 1 is to go to that closet, hold the button down on the UPS, wait till it beeps, shuts off. Then what I would do is let that be, walk over to this closet, hit this button, beeps, shuts off. Then walk back to that closet, hit the button, beeps, turns on. Walk back to this closet, hit the button, beeps, turns on. So now basically you've essentially shut the closets off, given a few seconds to be off, and then you've turned them on. But just remember the sequence of turning them on. Closet number 1 always goes on first because that's where your router and your internet equipment lives. So that's essentially has to go on first because that's what addresses the entire apartment, okay? So reboot sequence, closet 1 is first, closet 2 is second, and again, these are the devices that you go to reboot. All right, this is closet 2. Oh, one last thing. Extra remotes that we're not using in the house. All those are stored right here. So just in case, for some reason there's any emergency, you need the original remote, they sit here. Obviously, Apple TV, TV remotes, C4 remotes, lift remotes, whatever are active, they're out in the zones they are. Okay? Thank you. This is the access point for the rear of the property, located in the primary bedroom closet. Hey guys, I'm outside on your beautiful patio. So now this is the demonstration of the outside TV zone. Just remember, this is a Samsung Terrace TV. It is waterproof, but it is highly recommended to keep it covered when you're not using it. The general sun beating down on it will obviously cause the screen to kind of fog up, and then obviously you want to keep as much water as you can out of it. This TV is very simple, 1 zone, standalone soundbar, waterproof soundbar, Apple TV that runs through the zone. You have 2 remotes. Basically the Apple TV remote controls the TV itself. It can also control volume, which will manage the soundbar. So basically you have your up, down, left, right Apple TV functions, and then the volume will be managed out of this soundbar. As far as the outside of the patio from a Sonos standpoint, we have 2 speakers here, 1, 2. This is the outdoor subwoofer right here. And I have 2 more speakers right there. And these 4 speakers and that sub behave as 1 zone. So on your Sonos app, you have 2 outside zones, 4 speakers, subwoofer this side, and then on this side, speakers here, 2 speakers right in that back corner. So this is 1 zone. So again, if you're in Sonos, parties towards the right side of the home, sitting over here, you can have this zone run. or you can merge and the entire terrace itself will become one zone. All right, just keep in mind the TV is completely separate from the Sonos audio. And the last thing I want to show you is behind the TV. Ricky, you want to come on this side? So basically, we put these chains on the bracket. This is a fully extendable bracket. You can turn it left or right. Just remember to put these chains back on because Mr. Blaylock, as you know, when it gets windy here, this thing will move. Then in this compartment right here, we have the Apple TV, a few brain items, network switch, stuff like that buried. It's a waterproof case. And then right here is a waterproof access point that's basically running the Wi-Fi for the entire outside. So just so you understand what's back here, that's basically this. And then just remember, this is your TV cover. The remotes you keep inside the home. And then you have your cover when you're not using the TV. As a rule of thumb, just keep it covered. All right? Thank you so much. This is the patio zone. This is the Ring doorbell by the 11A entrance. And this is the Ring doorbell by the 11B entrance. And they're both linked to that chime in the hallway. But just remember, obviously this door is not functional. So this is really just a notification tool. The real doorbell is 11A. Okay, thank you. This is the Ring chime that's located in your middle hallway. Either of the Ring doorbells, when pressed, this is the notification.